I strongly believe that if you love JRPGs, if you love games, you owe it to yourself to look into the Trails series. I've never played a series that has touched my heart more, that has made me cry at 3 a.m. more than Trails. I truly, truly mean that. When I look back at the early 2D era of Trails, I think about straight up peak fiction. If you're a fan of One Piece, then you're gonna love the way that Falcom handled the Legend of Heroes from beginning to end, even though, the series isn't over. Those early games, FC, SC, Sky the Third, Zero, and Azure, were absolutely uncontested in my top 1 series for JRPGs ever. And I truly do believe that they were performing with a chip on their shoulder or something. Like, I hope that you can tell by the way that I am excited to even talk about Trails that it has changed my life. And usually, I would say that as an exaggeration. But this series is truly something special. Like, if you have ever seen my Twitter account, which nobody should, it's an absolute dumpster fire over there. But if you've ever seen my Twitter ramblings, you'll know that I can barely hold my excitement when I talk about this series, or One Piece for that matter, and they are both very near and dear to my heart. And funny enough, they're very similar to each other when it comes to world building, when it comes to those story beats that change you as a person. It's just absolutely amazing. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you love games, if you love great stories, if you love good character development, if you love good characters, peak music, literally peak music from beginning to end. If I tried to make a 1-hour video of a compilation of my favorite Trail songs, I wouldn't be able to put all of my favorite tracks in there. That's how great this series is when it comes to music. But if you love any of the things that I just mentioned, you owe it to yourself to not play Trails, to experience Trails, because that's what it truly is. It is an experience. I am happy that in recent years, Trails has started to pick up steam over, I guess, globally. More people have started to play Trails, which is great. I'm seeing more video essays than ever. I'm seeing more streamers play this game than ever. You will become a brain rot machine when it comes to Trails if you play this series. But anyway, I'm happy that people are experiencing Trails for the first time. Especially with the FC remake coming out in 2025, I expect that there's going to be even more people getting into Trails for the first time. So whether you are waiting for that remake to come out or you want to try it tomorrow or today, I highly recommend putting it on a list of games that you're going to be playing and prioritizing it. Because, like I said, once you play one Trails game, I can guarantee you are going to play all of them. That's just how it works every single time. And I've seen people like, no, that's not going to beat me. No, that's not going to be, I'm only going to play one game, I'm good. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to play. Trust me when I tell you, when you beat the first game, not even. When you meet Estelle for the first time and you start to understand these characters and how they are and why people love Estelle and why people love Olivier, you'll start to become invested in their journey. I don't want to spoil anything, but I do want to say that you will want to pick up the rest of the series after you play the first game. I don't know how else to say it, but it's something that you have to experience for yourself. I really hope that after seeing this video, I'll link some other videos in the description that you should watch that will push you in the right direction when it comes to playing Trails, even though it's as simple as playing FC on Steam or wherever you want to play the game. It is something that should be experienced. Do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Buy the game today and experience it for the first time. And I promise you will not regret any inch of the journey that you take. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. The first thing that ever caught my attention when I played this game for the first time happened in the first hour of the game. And it was when I got into the sewers and I heard the battle OST for the first time. And as silly as this sounds, if it wasn't for the OST going as hard as it did, I don't think I would have continued this series. Because usually I'm the type of person to pick up a game and, if I don't feel it, whatever. But if it wasn't for the OST going off as hard as it did in the first hour of the game, I wouldn't have experienced the greatest JRPG series that has touched my heart time and time again in my life. The other things that kept me going were the character dynamics, the gameplay when it comes to combat itself. It's not your traditional JRPG battle system, and that intrigued me because I was tired of playing Persona games. I was tired of playing Final Fantasy games. And Trails had a different approach to their combat system, one that I've come to love a lot, and the one that I prefer the most out of every other JRPG series I've played. The humor is top notch. It's hilarious the way that the characters interact with each other. It just has so much charm, and the way that the game looks, it has so much charm and love poured into it.